Hey guys, I need to tell you something that might shock you. I've been sick only once in the last 3 years. Until 3 years ago, I used to spend $200 a week on the best multivitamins and dietary supplements one could find, thinking I was getting the best nutrition possible. Then I discovered something that completely changed my understanding of supplements versus whole foods. What I found out is how our bodies actually absorb nutrients, and that will probably surprise you. The best part, there's actually a way to get the benefits of both without choosing sides. Let me show you what I learned and how it's saving me time and money every day. Most people think organic, expensive produce is the only way to get real nutrition. But what I found out about nutrient loss will shock you. I used to be one of those people who spent hours every week at the grocery store. I would walk through the organic aisles, filling up my cart with the best looking spinach and the brightest berries and the most perfect, looking vegetables. My weekly grocery bill was easily hitting $200, and that was just for me and my wife. I thought I was doing right by the world. I'd spend my Sunday afternoons doing meal prep, washing all those greens, soaking them in vinegar, chopping vegetables, portioning everything out. It felt good to have all that fresh produce ready to go. But here's what started bothering me. Even with all that planning, I'd still end up throwing away food that went bad before I could eat it. Those expensive organic berries would just get moldy after a few days. The spinach would start looking sad and wilted by Thursday. I was literally throwing money in the trash. Then I started learning some things that really opened my eyes. That beautiful spinach I was buying, it was losing about 90% of its vitamin C within 24 hours of being picked. Those antioxidant blueberries I paid extra for, they can lose up to 25% of their antioxidants within the first week after harvest. And here's the thing that really got me thinking. Most of the produce we buy at the store was picked days or even weeks before we eat it. The biggest nutrient losses often occur after harvest during storage and transportation. Let me paint a picture of what actually happens to your food. A tomato gets picked while it's still green, so it can survive shipping. It travels hundreds or thousands of miles in a truck. It sits in a warehouse. Then it sits in the grocery store. By the time you actually buy it and eat it, that tomato might be 2 weeks old. The nutrients that were in that tomato when it was picked, a lot of them were already gone. The timing of when produce gets picked makes a huge difference too. Fruits and vegetables that are picked before they're fully ripe never develop their full nutrient content. But if they wait until they're ripe to pick them, they spoil before they reach the store. So it's a tough spot that farmers and grocery stores have to deal with. But it means we're not getting what we think we're getting when we buy that produce. Even with the best intentions and the biggest budget, we might not be getting the nutrient content we think we're getting. I was spending all that money and all that time, but I wasn't actually sure if I was getting my nutrients into my body like I needed. And it gets worse when you look at the bigger picture. The soil that our food grows in today isn't what it used to be. Research shows that the soil in many farming areas has been depleted of important minerals over the years. When soil doesn't have those minerals, the plants can't absorb them either. That means even perfectly fresh produce might not have the same nutrient content as it had 50 years ago. Some studies show that many fruits and vegetables today have 20 to 40% less nutrients than they did decades ago. This is where I started thinking there had to be a better way. What if there was a method to capture and preserve nutrients at their peak? What if we could freeze that moment in time when a fruit or vegetable has its highest nutrient content and keep it that way? That's when I learned about low temperature dehydration. Here's how it works. Instead of letting produce sit around losing nutrients, you can process it right after it's picked when the nutrient levels are at their highest. Low temperature dehydration removes the water from the fruits and vegetables without using high heat that would destroy the vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. This process preserves the nutrients in a concentrated form. What really surprised me was learning that this method can actually preserve more nutrients than fresh produce that's been sitting around. A dehydrated berry that was processed within hours of being picked can have more antioxidants than a fresh berry that's been traveling for a week. The enzymes can stay active, the vitamins stay intact. It's like capturing that fruit or vegetable at its nutritional peak and keeping it there. That has changed everything for me. Instead of trying to time my grocery shopping perfectly and racing to eat everything before it went bad, I can consistently get nutrition every single day. No more food waste. No more wondering if I was actually getting the nutrients I thought I was getting. But here's where it gets really interesting. Not all supplements are created equal. That's when I found whole food supplements that actually work. These aren't your typical synthetic vitamins. I'm talking about supplements made from real fruits and vegetables that were processed at their nutritional peak. Now I get over 50 different organic ingredients every single day without any of the hassle. Take a look at what you're doing right now for nutrition. Are you spending hours shopping and prepping, and are you throwing away bad food? Are you even sure you're getting the nutrients you think you're getting? There's a better way to take control of your nutrition without all that stress and waste. Resilient Living is the company that I work with, and they provide live whole food nutrition. And not only that, it's processed with a low temperature process that restores and retains the vitamins and nutrient content in the vegetables and fruits. It's called their Phyto-Live dehydration process. So if you are looking for the top quality nutritional supplement that's made from organic, live, raw fruits and vegetables, you have found it. Take a look at the description below for a link to our Superfood shopping list, where you can get a free Superfood shopping list and see exactly what is inside. Thanks. Have a great day.